This
5,
conference will
6,
now
7.
be recorded.
All right, so I see 11 people, so I think we can start. This session will be recorded, so you can share with the other people who have not joined yet. So, all right, so I think for the exercises for yesterday, I think I shared that. So hope everyone got a chance to at least look at it and do something. So anybody have any questions related to the last two sessions? So even if you don't have it now, you can ask later as well. I just wanted to check if there's anything which is blocking you for proceeding. All right.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. So yeah, so we will start today with the CPQ usability features. So are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes, Jay.
Jay, I have a question. Like, how long we will be having access to this org?
So yeah, this will be, I think, for 1 month. So I think the our course content we will be covering 3 trainings. So one is for CPQ, CPQ 201, and CLM, and also along with minor approval training. So I think it will be 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, that answers your question.
Yeah, Jay.
All right. Okay. All right. So are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes, Jay.
Okay. So yeah, we'll start. So for multi-dimensional, we will talk about today. We'll talk about multi-dimensional configurable products, defaults and cascades, cart configuration, opportunity synchronization, location-based ordering, and then selling the right product. Okay. So so Aishwarya is not able to hear me. Aishwarya, I think everybody else can hear me, so maybe it's only you who might have, some laptop issues or speaker issue. So just check. All right. So dimensional configurable products. It's I think it's a similar thing of what we discussed. It's configurable products. Like we can configure options and attributes. You just have to specify the product attribute value, field, attribute group, and we have to also specify the product options, prices, items, categories. So within under multi-dimensional, one major thing is the bundle within a bundle that I was talking about earlier. So the Ap3 has this capability to also configure a bundle within a bundle. So bundle within a bundle means that you have a bundle product. So this is there is a bundle product which has this product attributes and product options. So when I go to the product option, I have another product that is a cloud server solution. And when I select the cloud server solution, under cloud server solution, I also have operating system. So like if you see, there is one more option product inside my product option product. So that is what is called as a bundle within a bundle. So the one is the main bundle that is visible to us on the catalog page. And when we click on configure, we see product attributes and product options. And when we select the product options, we have the product options available. So this option servers is our category. The option, sorry, this is the option group category. And then we have the cloud server. This is our product. So the price of the cloud server is $5,859. But now when I'm selecting this product, I see a lot of and again I see some attributes These are all attributes, cloud server configuration, and I also see an option product, that is operating system. So I have to select or any of these operating system, and then I have to once I select this, it will add on to the price. So if I select this W2K8R2 STD 64-bit, the price is $3,999. So it will add up onto this price. So, and also if there's a price of the bundle on the top, then the total price will be addition of that bundle price, then this option price 5,859 plus this 3,999. So this is a bundle within a bundle type of product, where we see that one bundle product has option, and that option product also has product option inside it. So this is whenever we have some complex devices or complex products, we have this type of configuration. So I will also talk about some examples. So bundle within a bundle is add a bundle to an option group, can also configure an attribute within a bundle. So these attributes also, if you see, they are configured inside the product option. So we can all configure attributes inside a in product option, and also we can configure a bundle. So there are different examples like when to use bundle within a bundle. So an option within a bundle can be sold standalone and contains options. So example is complex medical device.
Hello. I'm not able to hear anything.
Yeah, Ruchita, I think no one is able to hear anything.
Same here. There's some issue, I guess.
Hey, Yash, are you able to hear us?
Hello. Sorry, I had some connection issues. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'll just share my screen again. So when to use, so for this complex medical, so one example is for bundle within a bundle is complex medical device. So where we can, when we contains a screen that has configurable components, arm length, screen type, etc. and the screen can be sold standalone as an upgrade to an existing system and also as a part replacement post sale. Okay, so this is an example where, like, because there's whenever we have these medical devices that are used in hospitals, we have there are so many things associated with the devices. An example here he has mentioned is arm length, screen type, and all of the different things. So we have to accordingly configure these products. So whenever we are purchasing a big the device, we can also later, if some device, say arm length or screen, it is damaged and then we want to purchase it again. So what the hospital can do is they can reach out to the vendor, and then they can, if they are using Aptus, then they can just configure the same product, and they can just choose the screen type, because they just want to purchase this screen type from this whole medical device. And then once they select that, then they can purchase it as a standalone product. So only the screen type can be purchased, even though it is a part of the medical device bundle product. We can purchase it standalone as well. So this is one example is this. Then the other can be an engine of a car. So you have so many different things associated with like so many small parts, like even the nuts and the screws and all those things which are associated with a car engine. It is they are all chargeable. So if you want to configure all of that, you can just have one bundle product and then some smaller group of products inside the bundle product to see to have those configured. So it is for the bundle within a bundle configuration. So any questions on bundle within a bundle? All right. So now this options versus attributes, we have already take a look at it. So now the looking at the bundle within a bundle configuration, there is another example which is for the double play. So this if a bundle within a bundle also is something that you will be configuring in the exercise. So here, if you see, the double play is our primary bundle. Then we have a primary option group, and then we have under primary option I have secondary bundle, that is cable TV service, and then I have another secondary options under this, that is HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, and then I have a secondary option group. So if you see, this is my primary bundle, and then cable TV is my secondary bundle because it has option products inside it. So it is primary, then secondary, and then we have the secondary options. So this is how a bundle within a bundle structure looks like if we try to see it as in a flow chart. All right. So these are the only thing that we need to do whenever we are setting up bundle within a bundle configuration is we have to choose a primary option group. So this will be a category CSD products group, and then we will have another category of premium channels. So we just have to relate them with each other by going to the hierarchy manager and going to the bundles, manage bundles options under the product console. So once you do all of that, you will be able to set up this structure, and bundle within a bundle will be possible. So the yellow ones, the product. So yeah, anybody has some question? Your voice is, it's not audible properly. Is everyone also hearing a cracked voice?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So I think there are some issues. Maybe you can drop in your question in the chat. I can take a look at it. Okay, so I'll just take a look at it once you put in the question. So, all right. So now, there is another concept, that is fields on line item. Okay, so I think we discussed one of the one of the use case where we had the customer rating, that field was on account, and we had to just create a formula field on the line item in order to fetch the value from the account on the line item. So similarly, if we have any other requirement where we don't want to use the custom, the out of the box fields of Aptus, and we just want to use the the fields from the like a custom field. So like some companies say that we want to have another custom field, say one of the example can be margin. So, and the calculation of the margin field will be according to their logic. So if we want to use a margin custom formula field, what we can do is we just go to the line item object and then create a margin field there. Okay, so I think we can put in any logic in the margin field, because if we don't want to use the out of the box logic, and if you want to just use our own logic, so we can go to the object line item. So this is our line item object, and under this line item object I have the margin field. So if you see, this is my margin field. So I can use this margin field for any calculation. I can create it as a percent field, and if I want to have any formula which I want to calculate, that also we can do. And so I think there's a discount margin. This is also a field that I created. So here if you see, I have the formula that I've kept for the discount margin is list price minus base price divided by so list price minus base price divided by list price times 100. Okay, so it is calculating my discount margin. Similarly, if I want to put in my own calculation for a margin, then I can do that. So margin is just one example. If there is any other custom pricing or any other logic, if the customer says like I want to calculate the price in a specific way, so if you have a list of all the fields, then you can specify these. So this is what is something that you can do for the for any of your custom pricing. So you just have to create the field on the line item object. So another benefit is, so one is that you can directly put in the logic here, and then what you can do is you can expose this field which is there on the line item object on your cart page. So here, as we can see in this screenshot, so we have exposed the the margin field on the shopping cart page. So we can see the list price $15, the frequency extended price is $180, but there is also margin that is 6.67%. So that is we can expose all the fields which are available on the line item onto our shopping cart, because the shopping cart is the line item object. So we just want to we just have to add it onto the layout. So I'll show you how we can add and remove fields from the cart, but this is so for now I'm just telling you that we can add fields which we create on the line item object. So we can also use, so one is that we can create our custom formula on the on the line item object, and other example is that once we create a field on the line item object, we can also use it in the price dimensions and pricing rules. So I think we saw one example, right, where we had the line item object whenever we were using the price list item criteria. So the charge type, like where we were putting the condition. So we had an option to choose attributes and the line item object. So we can choose any of those objects, and then we can put in the choose the selective fields. Okay, so that is what it is written here. The fields on line item, when we create, we can reference them in the price dimensions for pricing rules. We can use the cart configuration to expose those custom fields applicable when field data applies for all products. If not applicable for all fields, use attributes to capture field data. So this is the best practice that ideally you have to whenever you are talking about the field data, you if it is something that will be applicable for all products, then it is ideal to create a field on the line item object, because there is no as such condition that we can put that it should only be applicable on this product and not all the products on the line item, because then the customer will get confused that if there are 4 products, and all the 4 products we are showing a margin value, and so if it is not applicable to all the products, then he might get confused. So if you have something that will be applicable to specific products, then it will be ideal to use the attributes. So create the attributes at the product level and then capture the data, but don't create it on the line item object. So line item object fields should only be created when you have to apply it on the on for all the products. And then admin can configure fields to be modifiable. So only admin will have rights, because this line item object is only accessible to the system admin. Like all we make sure that we follow the process. So the system admin can make sure that the field is only configurable by him, and whatever logic he has put into that field, it cannot be changed by sales rep or any other guy. So that is where it is very important to where are you creating the fields, custom fields on the different objects. Okay, so these are the major objects where you whenever you will be implementing the project, whenever you will be creating fields, it is very important that what will be the importance of that. So like for example, if you see, there are product attribute value, proposal line item, product configuration line item, and the account opportunity. So all of these objects, we can create fields on all of these objects, and wherever we will be creating fields, that will be your analysis of the requirement, and then you will have to accordingly use it. So if you are creating something at the product level, so that if your requirement says that there has to be say there is a field which should be available on all the products, and that particular field we will have to use in the pricing. So because it will be applicable to all the products, then we will create it at the product level. Then product attribute value. So whenever we have to create fields on the product, like using them as an attribute, then we have to create the fields on the product attribute value. Then for the proposal line item, so if there's any requirement where we want to show the field on the proposal line item object, because that proposal line item object is something that we can use whenever we are creating a quote for the for our proposal, then we can create the field on the proposal line item object. Similarly, for product configuration line item object, we just discussed, we can create fields whenever we want to put in our custom logic. And then we have also CRM objects and custom objects like account opportunity. So where if there's any field which the customer says is should only be at the opportunity or account, then we can create them there, because sometimes the fields on account and opportunity important. So that is also something that we can do. So any questions? All right. So now a recap. So whatever we just did for, so we just got to know about attributes. Attributes capture the data about the sale of a product within a proposal. Options, they structure the sale of a bundle product. Bundle within a bundle, they structure complex products with multiple levels of configuration. And then fields on line item object, they capture or display data that pertains to all products in the cart, and they can be referenced in the pricing rules. So that is all about the line item, or the attributes, options per bundle within bundle, and fields on line item object. So now we'll talk about defaults and cascades. So defaults and cascades, these are, as the name suggests, if you want to put in some values by default onto your cart page, then you can use the defaults and cascades functionality. So if you want to set a default term and quantity of a product, then you just have to go to the price list item and then go to the the default tab, and then you can specify the so if you see, we just have this check box, update quantity and cascade quantity. So if we want to set up a default term, here we just have to, in the default quantity, we can put in a number in the text field, and if there's, we have to set up a default selling term, then we have to also put in a number here in the text field. And then if you want to cascade the term or quantity from bundle header to options within a bundle, that also we can do. So cascading means that whatever value which we are putting it on the header should also flow down to the option products. So for example, like if we are configuring a desktop, so if we are adding two monitors, sorry, if you are changing the desktop quantity to 2, so all the option products inside it, like the monitor, the mouse, and the keyboard, and all the other accessories, the quantity of all those option products should also change to 2. So it is like they are automatically changing because we are changing the quantity of the bundle product. Okay, so that is called as a cascade. So if I check this checkbox, auto cascade quantity, then I can it will automatically happen whenever I will change the quantity on the bundle product. It will flow down to my option products. All right, this is pretty straightforward. Any questions till now? So in the org also, if you want to just navigate there, so if we go to a product, go to the product console, click on edit. So here you have all of these tabs. Okay, so matrices, we used matrices. Then this is defaults. We also use miscellaneous to enable some settings for pricing. So we have defaults. Then tax and billing and finance and revenue, these are used whenever we use the CPQ Aptus billing. these two tabs we will not use because this is part of the billing training. So you just have to worry about my matrices, defaults, and miscellaneous. So in the defaults, here we can set up all the values. So this is the place where you have to go. So this has to be done at the product level, at the price list item level. All right. So now we'll talk about the cart configuration. So as I told you that we can expose certain fields on the cart page, and we can also add or remove any of the fields which we want from the cart page. So there is this config settings tab that where we need to go in order to take care of the columns fields that you want to show on the cart page, and also if you want to make changes to any of the buttons that you see. So you just have to go to all tabs or just search for in the lightning. You just have to go here and just search for config settings. So under config settings, we have to go to display column settings. So here, as you can see, this display type, here we have to select the cart line item, and here, as you can see, all the fields which we want to show on the cart page are visible. So here, if I want to add any of the new fields, so like the margin field that I added on the line item, I want to add that. So I just have to click on this add the plus icon here, and then it will add a line item. And then here I just have to select the margin field that I created. And if I want to make edit, like if I want to make a field editable on the cart page, then there is this is editable checkbox. This is a column. So if I check this checkbox, then I can edit the field which I have added here. If it is a formula field, we cannot do that because formula field cannot be editable. But if it is just a field, and then we can, with a data type of number or text, then we can edit it as well. So this is something that we can do in order to add and remove. If you want to remove any of the field, so if so like the extended price is something that might confuse my sales rep, so I can remove it. I'll just click on this remove the negative icon here. I'll just click on remove, and then it will be removed. So once I remove it, I just have to click on save, and then the whole setting will be saved. So similarly, this is for columns, displaying column settings, that is for adding and removing fields from the cart. Now if we have to also add and remove buttons, then I have to go to the display action settings. So here, if you can see, there are these buttons that we see on the cart page. We see install products, back to pricing, we see reprice, save, then we see finalize, we see abandon, and there are a lot of different fields that we see. So this is the page where we can add and remove. So if there is any custom button like custom field that we want to create, then we can also do that. So as we can see here, send proposal, this is a custom action that is there, and there is the action page is the Ap3 proposal doc gen. So this is the page that we are referring it here, and the behavior and the action type, this is all we have to specify. So if you are doing anything custom, and like any custom button that you're creating, and if it is doing something, then you just have to make sure that you expose it on the cart page, and you have to also add it onto this list of display action settings, and then your button will be displayed on the cart page. So these are the two major places. So here also one more thing which you will notice, that if we are clicking on configure products new UI, right? So the flow which we have here, we have to select new UI. That is the page that is visible to us, and that it is linked with the that configure products button. So this same thing we will also have to choose at the in our uh, the column settings as well. So this is the display action settings. We choose new UI, so we can see all of these fields. If you see, this is enabled always display, so we can choose if you want to always display it, or these fields should show up only if there is value in it, then accordingly they will be visible. So I'll just click on save, and then similarly for column settings also we have to choose the flow as new UI, and then we have to make sure if you want to add any of the new fields or remove it, and then click on save. So these are the two places for doing the configuration. This is the config settings tab. So whenever we are playing around with the config settings, there are certain things like when we will be requiring these settings. So like if there is one click proposal generation that we have to do, okay, so we can create a custom button and then expose it and just put in the logic of generating that proposal on one click. So that is something that you will have to do a little bit of customization in order to do that, because it will be a custom button. It is. And then the third party applications, so if you want to push the data into any other external system, and then you will have to create a button, and then you have to call a class from that button, and then accordingly if you want to do an integration with third party, say to SAP, you want to push some price, so you can just have that button like push price to SAP, and then that button you can expose. So once you click on that button, the pricing will be pushed. So these are for the third party applications. You can have those custom buttons created, and then you can expose them. And then custom fields, I think that we'd already discussed. Margin is an example. We can add many custom fields as well. Then we can also remove the standard buttons and fields, because Aptus just created it if we if it is useful for the implementation. But if it is not useful and if it is confusing, so we just don't want to give too many choices or too much information to the users. Okay, so we have to we can remove this. So like the extended price, base extended price, as I said, that is something that is confusing, and not everybody knows the formula behind it. So we can remove that field from the cart page, and we have to make sure that we make the system as friendly and streamlined as possible, so that the reps can easily use the UI and proceed to help the customer. All right, any questions till now?
Yeah,
Are you
one
able to
question.
understand? Yeah,
Jay, one question is Ashish. So,
sure.
so can you please give one example of like one-click proposal generation? What actually happens if I want to implement this functionality? What do I need to do in the backend?
Yeah, so one click proposal generation is like something that you just say right now whenever we are clicking. So I'll just show you the current process of creating a proposal. So if we go to proposal, So right now what we do is we just first configure the products, then we click on preview in order to see if how our the products look like, and then when we click on the generate button in order to generate the document, right? So one click proposal is something that, like, when we click on configure products and when we are on the cart page, so in ideal scenario, the flow is you just have to finalize the cart and then you come back to the code proposal and then you click on preview. Or if you just don't want to preview it, preview is just to see if the document that you're generating, is it looking fine, like is it something that you can generate. Because the difference between preview and generate is, when you click on preview, it will not attach the proposal onto your record. A preview will just show you can download it. So like if you see, I will preview this basic proposal. I click on generate, so I'm just previewing it. Okay, so preview means that it will not attach the document which I will be generating here onto the record. It will just show me. So it will be kind of a preview of how the proposal looks like. So if I open it up, it will be downloaded in my system and I can see it. So here if you see, I'm previewing it, so the watermark is draft. That means it is not finalized, so I'm just able to see it. So if you see, I can see the proposal name, the customer, the company name, ABC company, the payment term, and then I can see that my products, cable TV service, home security, internet service, the quantity and the price. And then there are no taxes applicable in this deal. This is a clause. So this is something that I see on the preview. So now I will not be seeing the this is a preview thing. So I will notice that there is no attachment. So if I see the related list, so there are two things, notes and attachments. And yeah, so here if you see under notes and attachments, there is no document attached because I have just previewed it. So just to check if it looks good. So now I confirm that this looks good. So now I will click on the generate button here, and now I will be generating it. So I will select it and click on basic proposal and click on generate. Now what it will do is it will attach this particular document that we will be seeing onto our record. So now the difference is, you will see that in our preview one there was a draft watermark, but in the generated one there is no watermark because it is a final one. Okay, so this is how we generate it. And now you will see on the notes and attachment there is a document attached which I have just created. Okay, that is the difference. So when I clicked on preview, there was no attachment, but when I clicked on generate, there is an attachment. So the one-click generation one is something that you won't have to follow this process. You won't have to come to the record and click on preview or click on generate. Directly from the cart page, there will be a button, and when you click on that button, you will be able to directly generate. You will see that screen where the document get generated, and then you will see that generated under the notes and attachment. So this is something that is a custom. It is not out of the box. This is not happening. It is something that you can do. That is what we just give an example, that you can create a custom button, put in the logic, and then you will be able to like see the generated document under the notes and attachment. So the one click means that directly from the cart page you can generate a document and you don't have to click on these buttons. That is the difference.
Yeah, so what actually happens in the background? Do we actually call an API, or what do we do if we have to create? So if I'm creating a custom button which eventually be performing the generate functionality, right? So
Yes,
what
so yeah,
technically would I be doing?
yes, so you will have to call a particular the generation class, and that is something that is available. So I think that The name of the class is also in the guide. Let me check. I think it is Aptus proposal. I'll just give you the exact name. So yeah, we just have to call it. So I'll just give you the name. So again, because this is a custom thing, but I will just talk about these custom, all of the things that are custom later when we'll talk about the other things. So I'm just right now I'm just following all first. My plan is to finish all the out of the box things, and then we will talk about the custom.
Got it. Yeah, because in real world, eventually there will be a lot of customization, right? For example, creating a code proposal in real world, I would like, or my sales rep would like it to be created from the opportunity, right? When I create an opportunity, I should have a custom button maybe from where I should be able to create rather than going to the tab and then creating a new record, right? So if we are going to cover this, I'm okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we will be covering it. Or the custom things we will be covering it later.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So but ultimately again, because these are nothing but custom objects. So in order to achieve that functionality, like how do you achieve it in Salesforce? It is similar to like if I tell you that from account you want to create a contact, and you don't have to click on the related list new contact, but I want to see a button for the contact, right? So what you will do, right, you will just go and so like you might just create a button and then call that contact object, standard object. So similarly, you just have to call the custom object of Aptus in order to achieve that. So the only difference is that you just have to utilize the custom object and not a standard object. But whatever you can do with the customization that you can do with the standard objects, similarly you can do it with this Aptus objects as well. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just that you cannot modify the existing functionality. You can do an add-on, but you cannot modify it because it is a managed package. So the only things that you can modify will be from the custom settings. So we'll also talk about the custom settings in a while. Okay, so all right, now coming to the opportunity synchronization. So opportunity synchronization is also something that we can that is very important. And because what happens is there are certain limitations, like not everybody is given an Aptus license because it is a bit costly. So what people do is they have limited Salesforce Aptus licenses, and like limited people work on Aptus. And then what they do is they sync all the data from Aptus to opportunity. So the people who have Salesforce license, they can see the data on the opportunity, right? So and then that data can be utilized for any other, that can be pushed into any third party, or it can be used for the standard functionality, like forecasting or any of the other different things where we can only use standard object. So for those different scenarios, opportunity synchronization is a very good thing that is available in Aptus. So we can sync port lines items to opportunity. So by default, the behavior syncs the bundle summarization. So by default, it will sync the only the header level, like the bundle product and the standalone product. It will not sync the option products, but we can change this setting to sync the option products as well. So if you see, this is the quote proposal, and I can see the line items, triple play and installation fee. So here we have under triple play, we have cable TV, internet service, and home security service as well. But what we'll see on the opportunity is only triple play and installation fee. So these, but not the option products are not copied over, but only the header level, like the bundle and the standalone, are copied over, because this is a default behavior. But if you want to change it, you just have to go to the custom settings and we can change that as well. So I'll show you in a while. So in order to sync an opportunity, there are certain requirements. So I think this is something that I covered in the first session also, that whenever we want to push data from an quote to an opportunity, we have to make sure that the opportunity should have a price book, because price book is something that is mandatory to add products to the opportunity. So it is a standard behavior, so we cannot do anything about it. So first we have to make sure that the opportunity has a price book. Then we have to make sure that the quote is a primary quote. So we have to do that by clicking on the make primary button. So if you see, there is a make primary button here on the quote proposal, just above sync with opportunity. So once we click on make primary button, it becomes primary, and this primary checkbox, which is visible, it gets checked. And we have to click on the button. We don't have to directly check this checkbox, because there are certain automation that is running on the click of the button. So if you do directly check this checkbox, it might not work. You have to click on the button, because the button will trigger the events which are in the background for Ap3. So quote is primary. By using make primary button, do not simply check the primary checkbox, but just click on the button. Then the third prerequisite is that the quote should be finalized, like the proposal line items should be present there. And then we can click on the synchronize with opportunity button, and we can also do it automatically. So this there is a button to sync with opportunity, so we can do it manually, and also we can do it automatically. So there is a custom setting for that. So let's just now take a look at the custom setting. So under custom settings, we have comply system properties. Comply system properties here. Click on manage. Okay, sorry, this is for CLM, I think. So we will have config system properties for CPQ. Config. Yeah. All right. So this is my config system properties. This is the custom setting. So we were talking about opportunity sync. So sync, search for sync. Where is that opportunity? Let me check for the name. It is, yeah, auto sync with opportunity. Okay, so it is on proposal system properties. Okay, sorry, I think this is the config settings is used for a little bit of pricing and approvals. So we have so there are a lot of different custom settings here. So we just have to accordingly go proposal system properties. We have to go here, and click on manage, click on edit. So here we can see this is auto sync with opportunity. Okay, so if we check this checkbox, then there is no need to click on sync with opportunity button. But if we have it unchecked, then we have to click on the button. And then we have this sync bundle using line items. So that means whether proposal line should be used to synchronize bundled products. Yes, sync option products. Yeah, this one. So sync option products. This is the setting that whenever you will be synchronizing with opportunity, and if you want to also sync the option products, then you have to check this checkbox. Okay, so these are the two settings: sync option products and auto sync with opportunity, to to make sure that we want to automatically sync the opportunity, or if we want to also sync the option products. So by default it remains unchecked, and if we want to make changes, you have to check it. All right. So why to sync to opportunity? So for existing reporting, dashboards, forecasting, all of that, they all rely on opportunity line item data, and also roll up calculations, marketing data, or other metrics. They are influenced by opportunity line item data. So that is why we can push all the data coming from Aptus to the opportunity, and then accordingly use it. So auto sync with opportunity and sync option products, these are the two proposal settings. So now comes the location based ordering. Okay, so location based ordering, this is something that whenever we go to the catalog, if we also want to select a location on the catalog, then we can use this location based ordering. So we have account location, that is a custom object where we can define the locations related to an account record. And then on the catalog page, it is visible something like this. So if you see, this is the catalog page, and I can select the locations here. So accordingly, once we select the locations, these location will be captured on our code. So whenever we are using the location, so first step to set up the locations is we have to first set up the locations on the account. So I'll just show you. So if we go to an account, so this is my account, and in the related list I have account locations. So the first step is I have to specify all the locations of the account onto my account location. I have to click on new and create a location. So like I'll just create a location here. I'll create India, and just click on save. Okay, so here I've just created all the locations on the related list of account. So now if I also this so that means now all the proposals that I'll be creating will have all these account locations visible. Okay, but now what if I don't want to see all the locations on my code which I create from this account? I only want to have some filtered locations. So what I will have to do is I will go to the proposal, and then there is a related list called as proposal location. So if I want to filter down, so out of those 10 to 15 account location records, if I want to just pick up maybe a couple of offices, so what I will do is I just have to search for the account location that is there on my location object. So India, I added. I want to add India, and I also want to add Bozeman, ABC Bozeman. So now I will add this. So 2 locations I have added onto my proposal. So now it will not show me all the 10 locations which are there on the account, but when I will be clicking on configure products, I will only be able to see the locations which I have specified in the related list of proposal location. So this is how I can filter out the locations from the account and see them.
I mean,
Right.
we can choose the locations which is present in that account only, right? Assume that
Right.
an account.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, that
got
is
it.
correct. So that is the first step. So first we'll
Yeah.
have to create. So now if you see, I can see the 2 locations, ABC Bozeman in India. So because I added it onto my proposal. So if I don't have it, like, if I so I'll just show you. If I go back to the proposal, and if I like delete these locations, so now there are no proposal locations. So now if I click on configure product, I will be seeing all the account locations because we have not filtered it. So if you see, I can see all the 12 locations here now. So that is what we need to do is we need to create a proposal location in order to filter down the locations which are there on the account. So that is this location based ordering. So why we use location based ordering? So if the customer wants to purchase equipment for multiple sites on a single quote, then we can do that. So it will accordingly be captured that the equipment has to be delivered to multiple places. So you can add these locations, and then assets registered to specific site drive pricing or configuration rules. So certain products that are registered on based on the location, we can also have some kind of rules running out of those locations. So that is why we can use them. So now comes the selling the right product. So in Aptus, whenever we are searching for like whenever we want to configure a product for a customer, like sales rep is responsible for setting up the creating the code for the customer. So what are the different ways which help the sales rep to create a code for the customer? Okay, so the different ways which helps to sell the right product is the selling the right product. So the first thing is search. So whenever if the customer if the sales rep doesn't know where he like what type of product like what category he has to go to in order to search for a product. So he just have to just search for the name whatever the customer told him, or whichever product customer is interested in, and then he will be able to see those in the search results. So this is out of the box functionality, nothing different. Category also is something that whatever the category the system admin has set for the records, they can see that, and all the products are accordingly visible based on the category. So if he knows, sales rep knows the category that okay, this is a sales product, it should be under sales CRM category, then we can use this. Then the third one is refine your search. So this is something that is this is also we can relate it with the example of creating the fields on different objects. So this is an example that there is a field on the product that is number of services. Okay, so that number of services field is something that Aptus is using to refine the search. So here, if you can see, we have number of services field on the product, and we have mentioned two here on this particular product in the screenshot, but there are three values for this field: 1, 2, and 3. So I think I think it is pretty straightforward. So what it is doing is, it is a kind of a filter on the catalog page. So when you check the checkbox 2, all those products which have number of services as 2 in their field, like in the record, will be visible to us on the catalog. So this is a kind of a refine your search functionality, where we can uh, put in some field values on the product records, and then based on that we can create a search criteria and put in that on the catalog page. So in order to do this, we have to follow 4 steps. So the first is, we have to create a product field. So we just have to go to the product object, so this is our product object. So in the product object, I have to create a field. So that number of services field is something that we have created. So if I search for number of services, so number of services is here. Okay, I've created one more field earlier, but yeah, so this is the field. So the value that I've kept, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 values we have kept. So first is creating this field. Now the second step is, we have to add the API name from step 1 to pick list values on search filter fields field on category hierarchy object. So now we just have to copy the API name of this product, and then we have to go to the category hierarchy object. And here there is a search filter fields. Okay, there's a search filter fields multi-select pick list. So I have to go to this, and here I have to add the API name. So you click on new and copy paste the name here. So if you see, there is number of services that is here. So similarly, we can have other fields like special edition, family, configuration type, bundle or standalone, customer type. So all of the different fields we can create if we want to use them as a search, like as a filter. So this is our second step. Then the third step is, use the hierarchy manager on offering category, then select search filter fields on appropriate category or subcategory. So now we need to go to the hierarchy manager on the offering category. So if we go to the category, so we have to go to the offering category and click on hierarchy manager. So here, as you can see, all the fields that we have added onto our search filter fields multi-pick list, they are visible to us here. So we just have to select it and add it to our list. So this is, I'm adding it on the header category. I can, if I want to add it on the subcategory also, I can do that. I select the subcategory, and this field is added. So now I will click on save. So yeah, now whenever I'll be selecting the J hardware products category on my catalog, I will be able to see the products. So the last is the category maintenance that we have to run on the offering. So category maintenance, so there are, whenever you set up these, you might have seen this in the exercise, you have to run the maintenances for some of the things. So category maintenance is something that we will run after doing all of this, just to make sure that all the objects are in sync.
Is this field standard object in Aptus category maintenance?
Which field?
Category maintenance object.
Yeah, this is out. Yeah, this is the
Standard object.
Aptus out of the box object. Yeah, this is coming from the app manage package.
Okay.
So here, yeah, I just have to select the category where I made the change. So I made the change on J hardware products. Is that? Strange. So ideally I should find it, but yeah, okay. So I just you just have to select the hierarchy. Sorry, the category here, and just click on the update view. So once you click on update view, it runs the maintenance, and then it will accordingly you will see the filter. Okay, so this is the last step that you need to do for the for finishing this whole refining your search. So in the end, you will see it on the catalog. You just have to select this, and you just also have to make sure that all of your products have the value filled in, because if you don't fill in this number of services field value as 1 2 3 on the products, then you won't see anything, right? So even if you use this, you have set up this filter, but you forgot to update the products with the value, then it won't work. So now so they were for the selling the right product. One is search, then category. The third is refine your search, and now the fourth one is product visibility rules. Okay, so the product visibility rules, which are also called as search filters for the CPQ object, they are the rules to prevent the products from being displayed. Okay, so like for example, certain products cannot be sold in Europe. So so this is similar to the exclusion constraint rule, but the only difference is that in the exclusion rule we were able to see the products at least. Like there was no button to add them to the cart, and they were grayed out, but at least we were able to see them. But in the product visibility rule, we won't be able to see the products at all. So that is the difference. That this is the same thing similar to constraint rule. We have to put in an inclusion criteria, we have to put in a filter criteria, and what will happen is the products will be hidden from the customers. So that is this is a screenshot of how it looks like in a exclusion constraint rule, and how it looks like in a search filter CPQ. So for the difference is that the products will not be visible to us. So search filter CPQ is, go to search filter CPQ. You have to search for this. So here we have this region filter. So here, as you can see, product configuration, uh, and we have to make sure that this is active. So here we have put in a criteria that if the account name is equals to ABC companies and the region equals to Americas, then we have to filter out all the product where the product family is equal to CSD products. So CSD products will not be visible to the the codes which have an account as ABC company and the region as Americas. So this is how a search filter CPQ looks like, and you just have to set it up based on the requirement. So if you have a requirement where we want to like disable certain products based on the location, then use this. And if you don't want to show them, if you want to show them, then you have to use the exclusion rule. But if you don't want to show them, then you will have to use this. So that is for the search filter CPQ, the product visibility rules. Now comes the guided selling. So guided selling is something that we can ask a series of questions to derive a list of products for the customers. So it supports the branching if then logic, and it can provide a different path than typical catalog structure. And the underlying technology that the Aptus is using is the Salesforce flow. So guided selling means like whenever we want to put up some questions to the customer, and based on the answers which we get from the customer, we just have to show them a list of products. So that is where we have to set up the guided selling. So this guided selling in Aptus is something that we will have to create it. It is not easily configured. We just have to kind of follow a particular pattern. So for guided selling, you will have to follow the guide. So if you see in the guided selling, just search for guided selling in the sorry, this is contract management. So guided selling, page number 437. So for creating a guided selling, you will have to create a flow by yourself. It is not available out of the box. So the steps are written here, but you will have to create it by yourself, because the guided selling is something that the questions and everything that is based on the different requirements. So in order to create it, there will be multiple different, like there might be different questions and all those different things. So Aptus has just provided the steps on how to create it. So you just have to follow it, and accordingly you can create it. So it is not available just like other functionalities that on a point and click. You just will have to create it. So you have to first create a new flow and then follow all of these things, and then it will be created. So once you come to the guided selling exercise, you will just have to go to page number 437 and then use this to create it. Okay, so now we have this product comparisons and other things left. So let's just take a 15-minute break today, and then come back and do the other topics. Okay, so then let me also check the question, which so I have to select the option under first bundle as category. equals bundle. The first option under first bundles category. Surbi, can you speak now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, still I think there are issues. We can hear you, but there is a lot of disturbance in your voice. I don't know what.
Okay, hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, we can. I can hear you now. So I
Okay,
think
so
it's your headphones. Yeah.
yeah, probably. So actually, I just had a few questions. So, regarding that bundle within the bundle, I was just asking, let's say if you have bundle product one and you selected the option product, and then you configure that option as a bundle again, because that's a like option for the first product, but it's again a bundle. So I just wanted to understand that configuration. Let's say, for example, this cable TV service is an option for that double play, right?
Right. Yes, it is an option, but it will also okay. So what you will do is you because it is a bundle product, right? So it will be a primary option for this, but it will be a secondary because it we have to create a bundle with a bundle product. So it will be a bundle. The type will be bundle. It will not be option
Correct.
because
Okay,
you
correct.
cannot add because you cannot add another products inside an option, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you will have to create it as a bundle. So there will be double play will be bundle, cable TV service will be bundle. Only these three products will be options.
Yeah, just wanted to understand from the configuration point of view,
Got
like
it.
how would I configure the second bundle, right? Config type I have to select again at bundle, and has option should be true for that one too,
Correct.
right?
Correct. That is right.
Yeah. Okay. And second question is around that all the configurations that you were doing at the cart. I just wanted to understand, like, if I do so many settings on the cart and give options to users to use, filters and account locations and all, how that impacts the performance of the app test. Like, will it become slow or, you know?
No, I think performance issues. This whenever these product-based companies, they create a product, they make sure that they test things thoroughly to make sure that there are no performance issues. So performance issues are not there as such. Usually, if there are a lot of customizations, sometimes they might affect. But if you are only using out of the box, then there are no performance issues as such. And if there are when in CLM there are certain performance issues because of generation of document. So there are some workarounds and there are some settings that that Aptus provides in order to make sure that the system gets enough time to generate the document. And even if we are not able to generate something at runtime, Aptus also gives us a feature to generate it asynchronously, like generate it in the background and attach it later. So
Got it.
those kind of things are available. So we'll talk about that as well when in our contract CLM sessions. But ideally, in there are not much performance issues as
Okay.
such.
Okay. Got it. And one
Okay.
last question is around, where you uh, explained about the cart page layout. How should it look like? How many fields we can include on the cart? So my
Right.
question is there a way, like, when if I want to, let's say for the new sale, I want to display this layout of the cart, and let's say if I want to perform any changes on that, like after doing the sale, if I want to do any kind of change, then my cart page layout should change and display like that. So can I create two flows for that?
Mm, yeah, I think you can create two flows, and then but you will have to have two different buttons to call those flows. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that. So there will be one will be configure products for that flow where we have that UI of all those fields. The other will be another button which will have all the different flow. So yes, that is the only option you can do, if you want to show the two different layouts.
Got it. Okay. Thank you. These are all my questions.
All right. You're welcome. All right. So any other questions, or should we take a break now for 15 minutes? All right.
Okay,
Okay.
Jay.
So we'll just take a 15-minute break. I'll be back at 6:45, 5:45. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
All right, so I'm back. So now we will talk about all right, so now we will talk about the product comparisons. So I can start, right? I think people are back.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now we have another feature in Aptus, that is product comparison. So this product comparison feature is also something that is available on a lot of e-commerce applications. Like there was this mobilearena.com, where you had these you can compare different mobiles, different phones earlier, and now this feature is available almost on all the different websites like Apple website and all the different product websites. So you can compare the different product models. So similarly, in order to set up the product for the different in Aptus, how you can set it up. So we have to configure it in order to show the product comparison. So where you will see the product comparison option when you will select the two products. So here, if you see triple play and double play, we are selected the products, and then once you select the two products at a time, then you will see a button which is called as a compare button. So once you click on compare, you will see the features, and you will see the product for first product in one column, other product in the second product in the other different column, and then you have number of services, savings, introductory pricing, all of that you will see. So yeah, that for this it is 2, it is 3, savings moderate, high, introductory pricing no, yes. So that is something that we can do for the products. So in order to set this product comparison, so this is one more example. We have two products, Sovereign and Galaxy Glass. So we can see the two products, like the dimensions and the performance. So the length is 685 meters, it is 642 meters, width, height, mass, dex, crew complement, and all of those features. So in order to set this up, first we have to create the feature set, and we have to then add the feature set to each of the product. So I'll show you where we just have to first search for a feature set. Feature set, I think it will be under products. So if I this is the managed association. So I think it is under admin. Yeah, after CPQ admin. CPQ admin is the tab. So think this. There is the one admin tab. Let me check the exact name. Admin. I think it's under CPQ console. Yeah. So CPQ console. Yeah. Okay. So you have to go to CPQ console, not the admin. And under CPQ console, we have a add feature set button, the link. So if we click on add feature, and here we can add a new feature. So features are something that you just have to create. So if it is, again, we have to, so if it is like the iPhone features, so I can just give it a feature set name, and then I can put in the screen size, and then I can also add memory, and processor, and all of that, and then click on save. So I've set this feature. First I've created the feature, and now after creating the feature, I have to associate it with the product. So I go to the product, and I go to product console, click on features link under additional data, click on manage association, and here I can choose the iPhone features which I selected. I click on add, and now if I see here, I have to specify the on the product I have to specify these features. So the screen size, whatever the screen size is, then memory, then processor. Okay, so that is something that you can do. So once you set up this, you have to also set the same features associated with the other product which you are trying to compare it. Okay, so the features, the feature set should be associated with both the products which you want to compare, and you have to also update these values which are for the features. So once you do that, then you will be able to see them on the catalog page, like this that we see. Like this. Okay, so you will see the compare button, and then you will see the features with the two products here. So this is how you just have to do it. First create the feature set, and then add the feature set to each of the product, and then also put in the name of the features inside it, and then you will be you have to associate them onto each of the products by going to features tab link under product console, and then they will be visible to you. Right now, the next is the guided behavior within a product. So this particular feature is something that is also beneficial, that whenever you select an attribute, we can use these attributes to for the pre-select options. So only relevant when defaults are different. So default values can be configured for options and attributes, and they are driven through the constraint rules. So here, if you see, this example is a combination of attribute and inclusion rule constraint rule. Okay, so here, if you can see, the value that on the cloud server solution is my product, and under this I have product attributes. So I'm selecting under the cloud server packages, I'm selecting I have three options: economy, premium, and ultra. So if I'm selecting premium, then I can see that these ASA 5505 and ADX 2000, these two product options are automatically getting selected. And if I will select economy, then it will be ASA 5510 and ADX 1000. And ultra, you will have ASA 5520 and ADX 100 base plus SSL plus UA. So this is kind of a pre-configured package selection, so the customer or the sales rep doesn't have to worry about selecting the products. They just have to select the package, and accordingly the rules will run in the background, and the packages, the products will get added based on the selection of the attribute. So this is also kind of a guided selling, you can say. It's a guided behavior within a product. So yeah, in order to set this up, you will have to create the inclusion rule constraint rules, and you have to set up for the attribute. You have to set up the attribute in the inclusion criteria, and then you have to set up include the products. So this is how one example of if you want to set up the products with the help of an attribute. So now talking about what again, we'll just do a quick recap of what all we did. So the search, whenever we want to do a search, if the rep knows the product name or SKU, we'll use the search filter, like the search feature. And if the rep knows the term within product data, then we'll use the search feature. If for the guided selling, a rep doesn't know where to start, so this will be the highest level of guidance. So like you are showing some questions to the sales rep, and accordingly the questions will be answered after taking a feedback from the customer, and then the list of products will be visible. Then refine your search, when the rep knows what category of products they want to sell, and when the rep chooses which type of products to remove from the list. So then we will use that refine your search, that is the number of services one. Then for the product visibility rules, when the system removes the products from the catalog, and then when to prevent the sale of products based on user role or customer data. So in both of these scenarios, we can use the product visibility rules. Then product comparisons provides easy visibility to compare product details predicated on narrowing selection down to several products. So this is again, if you want to give the sales rep a choice to decide which product we want to go for after looking at the comparison, we can use this product comparison. Then we have guided product configuration. So it is driven via constraint rules used to influence behavior when configuring bundles, and it is predicated on the first bundle first being selected. So once the bundle is selected, then accordingly the rules run in the background. So then the last thing, and I think this is something which I already discussed in the first session. So like setting up a default price list. So whenever you want to set up a default price list, you can take advantage of the process builder. So you just have to click on the select the quote proposal object, and then choose the, if like there's a condition, if the account price list is populated. If the account price list is populated, then you have to update the price list on the quote, and so you can just update it based on the criteria. So this is an example of using process builder to set up the price list. And then we also can reorder the products in the catalog page, like if we want to show certain products up and certain products down, so we can just click on the reorder, go to the reorder tab under the category, and then we can put in a sequence how we want to show the products, and then they will be displayed accordingly. Okay, so this is all about the usability features. So this I will be sharing the exercise for usability features as well. So this will cover all the topics which we covered today. So any questions till now on all of these different topics? Like Surbi asked some good questions. Any other questions? All right. So I think we don't have any questions. So then let me check. All right. So yeah, I think we are going good. I think because a lot of you guys are, Salesforce, so we have covered a lot of topics here. So now we can maybe start the template administration. So or what we can do is we can also utilize this time if you want to do certain exercises and bring yourself up to speed. So I'll let you decide. Should I move forward with the next template administration topics because we have covered all the 4 topics, or you just want to first utilize this time, the last remaining 1 hour, to do some hands-on in the org? So Ashish or anybody who is uh,
Jay, sorry, I just had one last question to you. Sorry.
sure,
Uh,
no problem.
so regarding this default and cascades, can we also do this setting? Let's say I configured one product, I selected one product on Aptus, let's say product A, and it has certain number of attributes there. And if I select other products from the same product family, then should I cascade that? Let's say I have to just configure one product and then it cascade the attributes on the remaining products as well. Can I do that?
Mm, yeah, I think there is one more thing that we can do uh, related to, like, under from defaults and cascades. I think we cannot do that, but there is one place. So I'll show you that is something on the hierarchy.
Yeah, just wanted to avoid, like, yeah, let's say people are selling 10 different products, so they don't have to configure each one of them. I just have to configure one of them and the remaining attributes gets cascaded on the 9 products.
Yeah, I don't think it is out of the box. It is possible, but let me check. Mm, I think it was field expression. Let me check if it is under. Hmm, okay, numeric expressions. These are the product console. Okay, yeah. So if I go to product, So when you click on go to the product and go to product console, they go to manage bundles and options. So here here we can put in some kind of logic, right? Like for setting up the values. As so I'll show you. So if I add, say, this, I'll add this product looping device. So in my so this is my product. So if you see here, we have this minimum options, maximum options, that is one parameter. Then we have this minimum total quantity and maximum total quantity. So let me check if it is related to there's any other field. Yeah, minimum quantity and default quantity. Yeah, so only for the quantity. So your question was around quantity, or was it for all the you want to cascade quantity or selling term?
Uh, I mean, whatever attributes are there. So let's say I have number of users, let's say, for using that product. If I want to cascade that attribute to other products, so what should I select?
Yeah, I think cascading attributes is something that is not possible. For that, you will have to like maybe I think it's just something that you'll have to do customization or something. But it is out of the box. It is not possible to cascade the attributes as such. You'll have
Okay,
to configure them, individually at the product level.
okay, got it.
So the cascading, like related to quantity, if you want, this is also one feature that I forgot to also tell you. So this is called as a numeric expression. So if you have some logic, say, that I want the quantity to be based on any particular field, or any field on the line item, product attribute, or the product. If I want to make changes onto the quantity based on the field, then I can do that. So like if for the parent bundle, if I have, say, the attribute value equals, say, color, color equals maybe red. Okay, so then I want to update. So this is my condition. So the quantity will be accordingly be displayed, or I could based on the condition if I put in onto my expression. So this is what we can do. Like if we want to set up a condition for the max quantity, for the minimum quantity, or for the default quantity, then we can use these numeric expressions in order to put in something. So this is only possible for the quantity of the product.
Okay.
And this, yeah, so this is something that we can do. But apart from that, for attributes, you will have to uh, do it at the product level specifically.
And what is this allow cloning? What does this mean? The last checkbox.
Allow cloning. Yeah, this is something I have also researched.
You're not audible, Jay. Sorry.
Sorry, yeah, I was saying that I have not searched, I was not used that. So let me check if I find this.
Yeah, I just wanted
Uh,
to say allow cloning. Will it cascade or will it uh, stay there?
yeah, let me check. I have not tried that. Let's see if it is there in the guide, then we will get to know. Otherwise, we might have to just try and test. Mm, Yeah, so we have this minimum options, maximum options, minimum total quantity is hidden, max allow cloning. Okay, so selecting this checkbox for specific product option, bundle or sub-bundle will show the clone icon next to the option of the configuration page while configuring the product. So when you click this icon, the system will clone all associated attributes as is. So if you want to, so this will be visible to you at the configuration page.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
and then you once you click on the, so you'll see this button allow cloning, and it will clone the attributes.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions?
Yes, Jay, I had a doubt regarding the repricing while configuring the products. When I
Okay.
was configuring the products to the proposal, I saw another option that is repricing. So, what does that option do?
Yeah, so reprice
Like
is
we
nothing
discussed
but
yesterday, I think three.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So reprice is nothing but whenever you are making any changes, and if those changes, like what earlier, because Actors is getting like it is always trying itself to match the Salesforce releases, and they are also doing a lot of upgrades onto this Aptus product. So earlier, what used to happen was the cart did not automatically refresh. So like whenever you are making changes, you had to click on the reprice button in order to reflect the new changes. So for example, you configured the cart and now you want to change the quantity. So then if you change the quantity and if you make it from 1 to if you make it 3, so then the cart was not automatically refreshing and you had to click on reprice in order to reflect the changed price. Okay, so that is what it
Okay.
does. So reprice is just to refresh the pricing. You can do that. So if you see, there is this, now we have this enable auto reprice. So in this case you don't have to click on the reprice button now, because this is a new setting that they've already introduced. So uh, when you have this auto reprice checked, you don't have to click on the reprice and it automatically reprices.
Okay, so as the name suggests, it's related to the if we change the pricing of that particular product, then only is it applicable, or any other attribute if you're changing that is
No,
also applicable in that also.
not changing the price as such, but changing anything on the cart.
Hello.
Like so like if you are changing, you can change the quantity, you
Okay,
can add
anything.
whenever you are adding
Okay.
discounts, right? Whenever you give some discount, then also price change
Mhm.
when you change the quantity. So any of the field change that you're doing, in order to reflect that change, you click on that button.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
All right, anybody else? So let's just I think rather than leaving the topic not completed in this today's session. So let's just now utilize this time to do of the exercises. I think you had a lot of exercises pending, and meanwhile I'll just share the exercises for today's session, and let's just utilize this time to do some of the hands-on exercises so that you are up to speed, because I would, depending on how much you have done, I might also see what else, if I can give you something else as well. So that is why let's just utilize this time to do the exercises, and we'll just start from the new topic that is for the template administration from tomorrow. And I will also share the software with you so that you can keep install the software. So you just have to use Microsoft Word, and in the Microsoft Word, the software which I'll share, you have to install it, and then Xauthor for contracts and Xauthor for templates. These are the two tabs that you will see, these add-ins you will see on your Word. So you have to keep it ready for tomorrow, and then we can proceed. Okay, so I will utilize this time to share the software and also the doing the exercise sharing, and you can utilize the remaining 40 minutes to do the exercise. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. Thanks.
All
Yeah.
right,
Yeah, sure.
so I'll just be on the call. So if you have any questions, I can answer it. Meanwhile, other people can do the exercises. So yeah, somebody was saying something. Okay, so yeah, if you have any questions, you can just speak up here. I'll just go on mute. So Ashish, this is a Google Drive, link. So it might only work on Google Drive. So I don't know if ATOS is set up on Google or Microsoft. So if it is if you have a Google account, maybe you can share it. Ashish or Devinder, Ruchita, Surbhi,
Oh,
are you there?
yeah, yeah, you can send it and we'll try once. If it works, then we'll share it with the group. Otherwise, we'll take their Gmail IDs and then do that.
Okay. All right. Let me share it and just let me know after checking it.
Sure.
Hi Jay. Hello Jay. We haven't received yesterday's videos today, recordings.
Okay, yeah, I have called them up. Let me also call them again, or let me check if they are on the call. Anybody from Mind Magics available on the call?
Hello.
Yeah, so can you share the email? Sorry, the video recording.
Yes, yes. We will share the recordings. Actually,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
someone
so it is.
from the student removed the videos yesterday, so we have to re-upload the videos.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
just do that
And
and let the team know.
Okay.
sorry to interrupt you guys. Like, if it is possible, make sure like today's videos as well available over there. Okay. We need to practice for Saturday, right, tomorrow.
Okay. But someone else from Aish Guri or someone removed the videos yesterday.
Is it so?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay, Jay, we will look into it. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
look it into.
upload that.
Yeah. Please make sure like upload today's as well. Okay. We'll practice
Yeah,
tomorrow. Okay.
we'll upload on the same day. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just make sure that you upload first and second day sessions also.
Yeah, Bhavani might be is not available right away. He will respond you quickly. Thank you.
Okay.
So just let me know if that the Google Drive link is working. Surbi.
Yeah, Jay, just give me 5 minutes. I'm trying that.
Sure.
Giving access denied to me, Ruchita here.
Okay. Access denied. In on your ATOS email, right? So maybe yeah, I think it's
Email, right? Maybe, yeah, I think it's
Yeah, I think due to Moody's system, let me try on normal system and see.
Jay, so I tried that one. Basically, if you have like Windows laptop, then yes, you have to download that exe, and if you run that, it will be available. But if you have MacBook, then you need to install software for Microsoft to run that. But yeah,
Yeah.
you can do that. Yeah.
Okay. So you are able to access them, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, MacBook won't work. So
Yeah.
can't help it. But yeah, I think for Windows, if it's working fine, that is great. So Ruchita, can you also confirm?
Yeah, I'm downloading it.
Okay. Thanks, Turi.
No problem.